Yo, what's up guys, Joshua's Boost here and welcome back to another Digimon video. As you might notice, a little bit of a different format than usual because I am in the car. However, I'm pretty busy today and the new Digimon banlist actually just dropped and I definitely want to talk a little bit about it. So I'm just gonna do it like this, no editing or anything because again, no time and I want to upload it today. But yeah, pretty interesting since it's going into effect the 11th of November, which is, I think it is the day before EX3 actually drops, and it's in 2 weeks, which is really quick. It's quicker than Japan is getting this very same ban list. And we're also actually, aside from the new hits, which are basically hits to X-Cross, Heart and Calling from Darkness, we are also getting the Doru Greymon hit that Japan already has in effect, and honestly I was kind of starting to think we were not gonna get it at all, but we did. In fact, let's just first talk about the Doru Greymon hit and then after that go into the new additions to the ban list. But yeah, Doru Greymon, honestly I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's not like I'm like upset or anything. I know a lot of people are actually upset about this deck, this ban list. I'm gonna talk about that when I get to the cross heart part, because that's mostly the part that people seem to be really upset about. But yeah, Doru Greymon, I don't know, I just feel kind of weird about it. I really feel like Alphamon wasn't even, it was really hyped up to be like the best deck for the BTE9 format, and in the end I really didn't feel it was that oppressive, or it was even the best deck for that matter. I really think it wasn't. If anything, I think like a hit to Cool Boy or something would have been a little bit more appropriate, just because that card's kind of broken in a multitude of decks. Metal Garurumon X, the Gaiomon deck, obviously also in the Alphamon deck, which is the Black X antibody deck. But yeah, Doru Greymon got hit. I guess it is fair because in some aspects the tower that is Alphamon Uryuken built with the Doru Greymon, it is quite powerful, I'm not gonna lie, and the deck is definitely good. I think there was a South American event this weekend and Alphamon got like half of the top 8 spots. It also won the event. And it was in the BT10 format, so and I'm not saying the deck is bad or anything, but I don't know, they hit the Doru Greymon is alright, I guess. I just feel like if they hit that, they might as well have done something about Melga and Gaiomon as well, because I honestly feel like those decks are as good, if not even better than Alphamon already was with the 4 Doru Greymon. But yeah. Then the other card that got hit that's not Cross Heart support is Calling from Darkness. I feel like Purple kind of just had this coming. I think it's cool that Bandai states the reasoning why they hit a card, and they mentioned that they hit this card because it will or it does enable loops, and Bandai doesn't really want that. And I get that, like it definitely limits future card design. However, what I think is a bit weird, they put it to 1 so you can still loop it. Although of course it's a lot easier to just do certain loops if you have multiple of the Calling from Darkness in hand. But yeah, with 1 you can still do it. I think the hit is fine though, because the card is definitely very, very strong, and I can definitely imagine it enabling stuff Bandai doesn't want to happen in the game. And again, it limits future card design, and now they might be a little bit more free to design more good Purple cards, because definitely Purple has gotten good support, but not quite the way it had in the really early stage of the game, where I really feel like Purple was one of the best supported colors. Even though it was never like the best deck that got the most stops, I always feel like Lilith Loop was, in a lot of formats, it was like the best deck. It's just incredibly hard to play, so only people who really are into the deck and know how to play it, they manage to perform well with it. But yeah, I definitely think that Calling of Darkness to 1 was a very fair hit. And then yeah, the elephant in the room, the Cross Heart hits, which were made in the form of the Shoutmon and Sunrise Buster. For Sunrise Buster they mentioned that it enabled plays in certain decks that they they didn't design the card for that, and I definitely get that. Obviously this this card was meant to be used in something like Rice Greymon, Shy Greymon X deck, like a Tamer deck, and not in the Crossheart deck, you know, where it does do stupid stuff. Like it plays one of the Tamers, which has like a really good effect, and then memory, or not memory reduction, but DP reduction. It's just one of the best, you know, mechanics to get rid of your opponent's bodies. And it's just so easy to play in the Crossheart deck, and it just shouldn't be. I really feel like, you know, people are super upset. They hit mostly the Shoutmon because they feel like it instantly kills off the deck. And you know, we just got the deck, which is true. We literally just got it like a week or 2 weeks ago, and now we'll only be able to play for 2 more weeks, and then it's just over with. And people are like, well, they don't even want to play like the Ultimate Cup War anymore. I saw some stuff about that, and they're just upset they spent the money on the deck. But of course, yeah, it's not cool if you spend money on something and then, you know, you don't get to play with it that long. But be real, guys, the deck's like 20 euros if you if you buy the singles. It's literally worth nothing, you know, in a money sense. And like on another note, let's not pretend you like spent so many hours to get good at the deck or anything like that, because it's just not a skill intensive deck at all. It really requires like the minimal amount of brain capacity to use this deck in a competitive sense. There's not a lot of crazy lines you can do or plays you can make. Again, I get how it can be annoying, but I see so many people are like super upset about this, and it's just I don't get it. I don't think it's really fair to get super upset at Bandai. If anything, I really think it's good they implemented this list so fast, because the Crossheart format, it's just a lot of people didn't experience it as any fun, and I'm just happy like we don't have to you know, put up with it all the way until, I think that like BT11 is set to drop in like January or something. So while we will be getting EX3 really soon, the format will be very long, and I'm pretty sure in Japan Crossheart was, you know, it was pretty dominant deck, and not just pretty dominant, was very dominant. And I really feel like eventually people are gonna be glad we're not gonna be stuck in the format with that, you know, this deck that's just super easy to play, not requiring a lot of skill, not fun to play against. I think people are gonna be glad that Bandai kind of saved us from that. But yeah, I think the Sunrise Buster hit is fair. It's a little bit sad to stuff like I guess Yellow Hybrid, the Rice Greymon decks, that they kind of got punished for Crossheart abusing this card. But you know, it's not that healthy of a card anyway. It's just, you know, I get that the cost is low because supposedly the 2-color requirement, it's hard to meet, but you know, as the game is progressing right now and cards are getting printed, it's just not. It's relatively easy to, you know, be able to activate all these double color cards, double color options, I should say. So it's fine. And then the Shoutmon hit. Now obviously, you could probably already tell, but I'm not sad about it. I'm not upset. I think it's fine. They just you know, went in pretty hard on hitting this this deck for all the reasons I already mentioned. I just don't think it's very fun. I always think that in the end the game should be rewarding of like good deck building and good technical play, and I really feel like Crossheart doesn't really contribute or reward any of those. It's just like a very easy, cheap way for people, you know, to get wins, where usually if they were playing like a little bit of a deck that's like harder to play or more rewarding, in that sense they wouldn't. And yeah, I'm just a fan of, you know, skill being rewarded, or, you know, time spent on learning a deck being rewarded. So yeah, Shoutmon, good riddance. Honestly, I'm not sure if the deck will really be unplayable, because that's what people are saying, will be unplayable. I don't know. I haven't played Crossheart myself at all. I have played against it, but it's just not something I like, so I didn't really yeah, play it myself. So I'm not sure if it will actually kill the deck. Honestly, I'm leaning to probably not. I think it will still be in some way playable, but it definitely won't be the best deck, or even close to the best deck. Honestly, I'm not even sure it's the best deck without these hits. just because it's such a straightforward deck, right? It's and I always find that decks that are so straightforward are also usually quite easy to counter, and you know, it's very obvious what you have to play around when you're playing against it. Again, I don't think it's not good. I definitely think it's a tier 1 deck, but I'm not sure if it's really the best deck. But yeah, I'm kinda happy it got hit like it did. I'm not remorseful. I'm really looking forward to the next format, to the X3 format. People are saying Bloom Lord will be tier 0. I mean, let's find out. I really think the Bloom Lord deck's extremely cool and looks extremely fun, so I wouldn't even be mad about it if that ends up being the best deck of the format. But we'll see. But yeah, that was my thoughts on the ban list. A little bit of a weird format. I hope it was still kind of okay to watch me ramble about this stuff, because I just wanted to get my ideas out today, because you know I'll be busy. So yeah, anyway, you know, leave a like. I would love to hear your thoughts about the ban list, especially about the place for Crossheart in the format after the ban list, because you know, I could be wrong, I don't know. But yeah, let me know, and you know, if you want to see more Digimon content, you know, subscribe, press the bell, stuff like that. And if you do, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.